Alright, how's it going, guys? I'm back, and I was supposed to do a live stream on Friday so we could look at the circuit stuff a bit more, and was quite under the weather this weekend, so that didn't happen. But in the live stream we had the other day, we made some Energium dust, which we're going to make some more here. We just need to get some more redstone. And we're going to make some energy crystals today. So, except for the fact that I'm an idiot and you don't do it in here. What the hell am I thinking? Okay, I need to stop being stupid. I put them in here so they were in a safe place. Not because that's where I needed them. Okay, that's what I need. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, that should be the right amount. So just dump all of that up there. And while we're here, I am working on getting some other stuff done for our autoclave here. So I need to get this and this in here. And while we're at it, I need to grab these quadruple stainless steel. By the way, my stainless steel has finally gotten done. So minus what I've already used up of it, that's what we ended up with. Which I'll end up stacking somewhere. Okay, these need to go in there. And now that I can be a little less dumb about this, we need this, we need that. Wiggle them together, and we get energy dust. There we go. Now, put that back. And we need an autoclave to do this. If we hit U on here, you'll see autoclave with steam. Gives us back distilled water. This is for making the red Energium crystals, which is not what we're wanting to make. These are for storing LU. So if you have a way of making LU and you want to store it that way, you can do so in these crystals, or you can convert EU over to LU to store it for like matter fabricators and stuff like that needs quantum units, but it's a 50% loss. What we want is this one. So again, we're going to need steam that's going to give water. So we need to make a autoclave. And that's what those there are for. Is we need the robust, or reinforced, sorry. We need a reinforced casing for this. So grab my last set out of there. And this is all done. So give me these, and we are going to go turn these into plates because we need a robust hull, because we're going to be setting up a heater controlled autoclave this time instead of a burning box and boiler. We're going to use a heater and a boiler. So I'm going to let these get done. I'm going to go ahead and craft up an LV heater here and a autoclave. Although we do have to look at the item casings because, well, Greg is a jerk. As usual, I brought up to him that we didn't have a way of making the item casings like we used to in GT5, because we used to be able to throw a plate into the cutter and that would give us 2 item casings. But now we have tiny plates. Even though there's very little use for tiny plates for stainless steel and most of the other things that we're going to need. In his infinite wisdom, he said, well, we'll just put Boxinator. We'll just take the Boxinator here, and we'll take one of these selector tags set to 9, which, by the way, when you cut a plate up, you get 8 and a dust. So you put that in, and that will give you 2 item casings. So you technically have to cut up 2 plates to get enough tiny plates to make your item casings. They have to be done in 2s, which is fine because we need 2s here. But it's just like the lathe, where you get the small dust out when you do rods. With this, you get 2 tiny pieces of stainless steel out that you then have to cook back up. So, we'll go throw these over here in my stainless steel drum, and they'll just sit there and look pretty. Anyways, I'm going to go get the rest of this stuff crafted up, and I will be back with you when we are ready to set this up. See you in just a minute. Alright, I think I have everything we're going to need for this now. I got a boiler, I got a heater, I got an autoclave, I got 3 different transformers, a gibble meter, and a redstone machine switch. And then bits and bobs of pipes and wires in my backpack. So let's see what we can do to set this bad boy up. So it's basically going to be the same as this setup here, except that we're not going to be using the burning box. We're going to be using a heater, and we're going to set the boiler up. Just thinking, why don't we do something a little different here? Because we can technically put our boiler here, and our heater can go on the back. And the reason why we're going to do that is because we're going to have the transformer up here. Now, is that going to get in the way of piping anything in and out of the back of the autoclave? Because we're going to have the input on the top, which we may need this autoclave for some things other than crystals. Like all of our nether quartz that we are making into dust. If we ever need any gems, we can autoclave those. Our amber over there, we can autoclave that. Our jade, we can autoclave that, so we can make like a jade drill if we want to. Things like that. We're gonna have the here we have the water coming in on this side. I do believe that's where the water's coming in at. Nope, that's a pipe. We only have that tank one there, which I actually didn't make. But we shouldn't need that. Because that's for turning it on. Let's just see what we can do here. So, we put that there. Item in there. Item in there. Water's going to come out the back. So, if we do the LV transformer there, and we turn it this direction, We put the MV on top of there. We turn it that direction. Then we take the HV and we put it there, turning it that direction. That'll connect up fine. Yeah, everything looks good there. We can literally put a chest right here, which will open fine. I think I have chests in my Ender backpack right here. Yes, I do. So we can put that right there. We can open it because that's not a full block. We can put that right there. This is going to be the water that's going to be coming out. And we can actually run that because this is my return system for the distilled water that comes out of here to go back into it. We can actually run our distilled water because we need water in our boiler. So we can actually run water over from there and run the distilled water we get out of here back over there, and I should be able to use that same thing. We also seriously need to talk about voiding some distilled water because this is getting quite on the ridiculous side. But let's go ahead and this is the main line coming in, which is going up. So we can just take our drill here and bring this right on over. And we'll have to go over an extra one here. Do we want to go that way or this way? I think we want to go this way. So then we can do this. And we can connect this, right? That's the wrong spot, Lord. We need to go down another block. So it's not in the way. There we go. Now, that back out a second. Connect that down there. Connect that there and that there. And now, if we get this out of the way, we have our distilled water in our boiler. Alright, so that takes care of that part. Close all this back up. So it doesn't look so messy when we put this into there, which automatically go into there. And we want to put our gibble meter on here. You need to go away. And we're going to put our redstone machine switch on here. We're going to get us a red alloy wire, which is going to connect from there and connect up to there. That'll allow it to turn on and off depending on the gibble meter, which tells pressure. And we have this one set for greater than 81, which is not going to be what we need for this one, but we know it's going to be close, so we'll just set it, because that one's 16 heat units, this one's 32, so it may even be twice, but I'm not positive yet. So we'll just set that like that. And we need to check and see if this turns on. Okay. And let's see if this is actually heating or if I need to switch the gibble meter over with the screwdriver. And right now it does not look like it's heating. So it looks like our heater is off, which it is. So we need to set this that way. So now we turn that back that direction. And now it should be heating. Yes? No? Maybe so? There we go. Now it's moving. Alright, so that's going to take a little bit to get heated up. So we'll let it do so. And while it does so, we're going to run our distilled water line over. And it needs to go into the top of this one. Can't remember if it needs to go in the top of that one or well, for right now, I need to keep an eye on this. Make sure it doesn't stop, because I'm quite sure it's going to stop at some point before we get all the way up. And when I see it drop back down, I need to, oh, yep, see? That's switching. So we need to go up. And I'm going to go ahead and preemptively go to 160. I'm guessing it's going to have to be 161. But we're going to go to 160 for right now. And we'll see if that goes over that line right there. I really wish I had my red lamp on me, but I forgot to bring it. Alright, so it's there. And that's about the pressure we need it at. Okay, it's making steam. And we actually want it to shut off for just a second there. Okay, so we're going to go back up to 160, but we're going to jack it down to 150. Okay, we're not getting steam in there. You can see the light almost. So somewhere between here, oops, wrong one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 157, it turned back on. And I'm thinking, I got it. 59, it just turned back off again. So yeah, I'm thinking it is 160 is right where we need it. Yeah, we're going to leave it at 160. That looks perfect. Alright, so we're going to leave that one at 160. Once it ticks over to 161, it should shut off. And this is giving us steam to make our crystals. Alright, so we should have nothing to worry about. That should never blow up. So now I just need to figure out what I'm doing with this distilled water here. And I honestly can't tell you, it's been so long since I built this, which way this is going here. So this is water coming in, goes into the boiler, that one comes out and is going into the side of there. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm basically gonna have to go into the side of that, which is going to be a bit of a pain. but we can do it. We're just going to bring this down, and we're going to put it across here. It is going to be in front of that, but that's not a real issue, because we can still get into it. And then we can run this into here, like so. So then when our distilled water comes out of here, it'll go into there, and it'll get recycled into that stuff. And this is just going to take fresh distilled water all the time, because we want it to take fresh distilled water all the time to make sure it is nice and pressured. That is getting a bit high because I forgot the 9. Luckily, I have a bunch of these made up, so I can switch it. But it should be about to turn off. No, it's still going up, actually. But there we go. That'll make our first one. This is going to take a little bit because it's an autoclave. This recipe is 800 ticks, so you divide that by 20, and it would be 60 seconds. So it's going to take a full minute, and that's for the first crystal. That's not for what we're actually doing, which may actually take longer. Let's see. 150 seconds. So way more than 60 seconds. But that'll give us our energy crystal, and then with that, what I'm needing these for is I want to make a charging energy crystal for my jackhammer. And so it's going to take an advanced charging battery, which I already have one of them, but I'm going to make another one. And so I'll have to make some more of the advanced RE batteries and some more of the regular RE batteries. And I'm going to have to make the component heat exchangers, so lots of fun things there. But that will allow it to charge my jackhammer just like this charges my MV tools. And I'm going to see if, because IC2 doesn't have the same type of thing as GregTech does, it may actually charge all of them. So I'm going to use this one to make it, and then if it doesn't, I'll make another one so I have one for each. But I'm pretty sure the advanced one should charge all of these. And we'll go ahead and discuss that in another one. I'll get the stuff all crafted up for that. And if it does actually work for all of them, I may even try to make a Lapotron one, which means we need to make Lapotron crystals. And we'll do that in another one as well. But as this one gets done here, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will try to do the live stream for messing with the circuit stuff on Wednesday. So keep an eye out. There may be one tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I may get around to it. We'll see. Have a good one.